The clock on the dashboard read 4:15 p.m. as the Clovis, New Mexico, police cruiser rolled through the quiet streets of a small town where nothing ever seemed to happen. But inside the Clovis Carver Public Library, a 16-year-old boy stood in a restroom, his hands trembling as he uploaded a chilling photo to social media. A camera bag stuffed with his father's guns, time-stamped 4:10 p.m., captioned with two haunting words, "It begins." Moments later, the silence of that Monday afternoon in August 2017 would be shattered by gunfire, leaving 2 dead, 4 wounded, and a community forever changed. Who was Nathaniel Jouett, and what drove a teenager to commit such an unthinkable act? Stay with us as we unravel this tragic true crime story, where every detail reveals a darker layer of a troubled mind. Miss this, and you'll miss the chance to understand how a small-town library became the stage for a nightmare. Background and setup: Clovis, New Mexico, is the kind of place where everybody knows everybody. Nestled in the high plains near the Texas border, it's a town of about 40,000 people, known for its agricultural roots and tight-knit community. The Clovis Carver Public Library, located at 701 Non-Nurse Main Street, was a cornerstone of that community, a safe haven where families gathered, children attended story time, and locals escaped into books. On August 28, 2017, it was just another Monday afternoon, with librarians Wanda Walters and Christina Carter tending to patrons, including 10-year-old Noah Molina and his 21-year-old sister Alexis, who were there enjoying the library's welcoming atmosphere. Nathaniel Jouett, a 16-year-old sophomore at Clovis High School, was no stranger to the town. Raised in a family with a pastor for a father, he was described by some as a caring, compassionate young man. But beneath the surface, Nathaniel was unraveling. Court documents and interviews with those close to him paint a picture of a teenager grappling with a storm of emotions. He was bullied at school, his girlfriend later told CNN, and had recently been suspended for fighting. He turned to alcohol and marijuana to cope, and his mental health was deteriorating. Suicide notes found in his bedroom revealed a fixation on ending his life, and he had spoken to his pastor about suicidal thoughts months earlier. His therapist, Eric Banagay, was aware of his struggles, violent outbursts, auditory hallucinations, and access to drugs and weapons, but no one acted to intervene. That morning, Nathaniel recorded 3 videos at home, his voice heavy with despair. In them, he apologized for what he was about to do, citing bullying, mental illness, and a desire to lash out. His original plan, he later told police, was to shoot up his high school and then take his own life. But something shifted. He chose the library instead, a place he admitted he had no personal connection to. Why? That question haunts detectives, victims, and the community to this day. As he slipped 2 handguns, a .380 caliber and a .45 caliber, from his father's unlocked safe, his father, Chris Jouett, noticed the weapons were missing. He called the police, but it was too late. Nathaniel was already on his way to the library, a ticking time bomb in a black shirt and hat, carrying a bag of destruction. Decision point. Why do you think Nathaniel changed his target from the school to the library? Was it a random choice or something more calculated? Let us know in the comments as we dive deeper. The crime. At 4:15 p.m., Nathaniel Jouett walked into the Clovis Carver Public Library, his backpack slung over one shoulder. He made his way to the restroom, where he paused to upload that fateful Snapchat photo, a glimpse into his deadly intent. Then he emerged, a .380 caliber handgun in his hand. Without warning, he fired a shot into the carpet, his voice cutting through the stunned silence. "Run! Why aren't you running? I'm shooting at you! Run!" Witnesses later recalled his chilling demeanor, smiling, even laughing, as he moved through the library. In just 6 seconds, Nathaniel unleashed 14 rounds from the .380 caliber handgun, firing indiscriminately at patrons and staff. Wanda Walters, a 61-year-old circulation assistant, and Christina Carter, a 48-year-old youth services librarian, were fatally struck, their lives extinguished in an instant. Alexis Molina, shielding her 10-year-old brother Noah, was shot 4 times, her body absorbing bullets meant for him. Noah was hit once. 2 other patrons, Jessica Throne and Howard Jones, were also wounded, the chaos unfolding as parents and children scrambled for cover. Nathaniel's rampage didn't end there. He swapped the .380 for a .45 caliber handgun, firing 6 more rounds, one through a door where a patron had barricaded themselves. Surveillance footage captured his erratic movements, pacing, shouting, seemingly reveling in the terror he caused. He looked happy, one witness later told police, smiling the whole time until he came up real close to me, and then he put on that mean look. The library, once a sanctuary, was now a war zone, its quiet aisles stained with blood and fear. As Nathaniel wandered the library, a man re-entered the building, phone in hand, connected to a 911 dispatcher. "Someone's looking for you," the man told Nathaniel, pointing toward the entrance. Nathaniel turned, briefly threatening a mother and child before heading in the direction indicated. Moments later, Clovis police stormed the library, their boots echoing in the now silent halls. They found Nathaniel standing by the information kiosk, hands raised in surrender. The massacre was over, but the scars it left would linger forever. Decision point. What do you think was going through Nathaniel's mind as he surrendered so quickly? Was he relieved, or had he planned to give up all along? Share your thoughts below. Investigation. The Clovis Police Department moved swiftly, clearing the library room by room and escorting survivors to safety. Officers found Nathaniel Jouett standing calmly, his hands up, offering no resistance. Sergeant Adriana Munoz and another officer interviewed him later that evening, reading him his Miranda rights in the presence of his parents, Chris and Nicole Jouett. Nathaniel waived his right to an attorney and asked his parents to leave the room. "I went to the library. I shot someone," he admitted bluntly, his voice flat. When asked why, he said, "I was kinda mad." He spoke of being ostracized at school, of feeling like no one liked him, and revealed his original plan to target Clovis High School before choosing the library instead. Investigators pieced together the timeline through physical evidence and witness accounts. The Snapchat photo, time-stamped 4:10 p.m., showed Nathaniel's camera bag with the guns and ammunition. Surveillance footage confirmed the sequence of events, capturing the 6-second barrage and his subsequent actions. Police recovered the 2 handguns, a .380 caliber and a .45 caliber, along with spent casings and a suicide note left at Nathaniel's home. His father's call to police, reporting the missing weapons, was a critical lead, though it came too late to prevent the tragedy. Detectives delved into Nathaniel's background, uncovering a troubling history. His girlfriend's statement to CNN highlighted the bullying he faced, while his therapist's notes revealed knowledge of his suicidal ideation, violent tendencies, and access to weapons. Court documents showed he had been drinking and using marijuana regularly, and his suspension from school for fighting added to his sense of isolation. A search warrant turned up notes outlining his plan, confirming the shooting was premeditated. But the question of why he chose the library remained elusive. "I didn't know anyone there," he told police, offering no clear motive. The investigation also sparked questions about accountability. How had Nathaniel accessed his father's gun so easily? Why hadn't his therapist, Eric Banagay, acted on the red flags? These questions would later fuel a lawsuit filed by survivors Alexis and Noah Molina against Nathaniel's family and therapist, alleging negligence in preventing the tragedy. The community grappled with shock and grief, holding vigils and storytime events to honor Wanda Walters and Christina Carter, whose deaths left a void in Clovis. Decision point. If you were a detective on this case, what would you focus on to understand Nathaniel's motive? Would you dig deeper into his mental health, his family dynamics, or his school environment? Let us know in the comments. Outcome and aftermath. Nathaniel Jouett was charged as an adult with 30 felony counts, including 2 counts of first-degree murder, 7 counts of child abuse, 4 counts of aggravated battery, and 20 counts of assault with intent to commit a violent felony. On August 31, 2017, he made his first court appearance, and on September 8th, he was indicted. His defense team, led by attorney Stephen Taylor, initially entered a not guilty plea, arguing for a juvenile sentence due to Nathaniel's age and mental health struggles. They cited scientific research on adolescent brain development, suggesting he was capable of rehabilitation. In April 2018, Judge James Hudson denied a defense request to transfer Nathaniel to a juvenile treatment facility, instead ordering a mental health evaluation. On October 17, 2018, Nathaniel pleaded guilty to all 30 charges, a decision his attorney said was made to spare victims the trauma of a trial. During the 3-day sentencing hearing in February 2019, emotional testimony filled the courtroom. Victims like Jessica Throne, whose shoulder was shattered, and Evie Fisher, Christina Carter's daughter, spoke of their pain. Nathaniel himself took the stand, tears streaming down his face. "I am absolutely horrified by my actions," he said. "I want to apologize to Wanda Walters and to Christina Carter. I take full responsibility." On February 15, 2019, Judge Hudson sentenced Nathaniel to 2 concurrent life sentences with the possibility of parole plus 40 years for the other charges. Under New Mexico law, a life sentence equates to 30 years, meaning Nathaniel would be eligible for parole after 34 years, in 2051, when he would be 51. However, a 2020 law, Senate Bill 64, banned life sentences without parole for juveniles, reducing his parole eligibility to 25 years, potentially as early as 2042. This change sparked outrage among victims' families, who felt it reopened old wounds. "It's hurtful," Jessica Thron told the Las Cruces Sun News. "What about the ones who were killed, who are gone forever? What about us?" The Clovis community struggled to heal. The library, once a symbol of safety, became a place of mourning. A lawsuit filed in August 2019 by Alexis and Noah Molina targeted Nathaniel's father, grandfather, and therapist, alleging they failed to prevent the shooting. The suit claimed Christopher Jouett knew of his son's mental instability but left guns accessible, while William Jouett had given Nathaniel one of the weapons. The therapist, Eric Banagay, was accused of ignoring clear warning signs. The outcome of the lawsuit remains unclear, but it underscored the ripple effects of the tragedy. Public reaction was mixed. Some saw Nathaniel as a troubled teen who needed help, while others viewed him as a cold-blooded killer. The case reignited debates about juvenile sentencing, gun access, and mental health intervention. In Clovis, vigils and fundraisers raised $13,000 for victims, but the scars remained. "It's heartbreaking," neighbor Michelle Garcia told KRQE. "This is a small, loving community, and something like this changes everything." Decision point. Do you think Nathaniel's sentence was fair, or should he have faced life without parole given the severity of his crimes? Share your perspective below. Closing reflection. The Clovis Carver Library shooting is a stark reminder that evil can strike in the most unexpected places, turning sanctuaries into scenes of horror. Nathaniel Jouett's actions left 2 families without their loved ones, 4 survivors with physical and emotional scars, and a community questioning how such a tragedy could unfold. His story raises uncomfortable questions. How do we balance justice with the potential for redemption in a young offender? Could better mental health support or stricter gun control have prevented this nightmare? As we reflect on this case, we're left to wonder what drives a teenager to such darkness, and whether society can ever truly prevent it. The quiet of Clovis was shattered that day, but its resilience endures, a testament to a community's strength in the face of unimaginable loss.